Hey, what's up, Bill and Ted fans? As I'm sure you're all aware, yesterday we got our very first teaser trailer to the upcoming sequel, Bill and Ted Face the Music, and it looks great. In fact, I'm not going to waste any time, let's just break it down. The trailer opens with some shots of a huge concert while we hear dialogue from the head of the future council stating that 25 years ago, you, as in Bill and Ted, played a concert in front of the entire world. Now, I'm presuming that she's referring to the end of Bogus Journey, so I'm not entirely sure why it's said to have been 25 years ago instead of 29, since Bogus Journey took place in 1991. Even during the ending montage of Bogus Journey, we see newspaper headlines that show dates of 1991. So maybe she's referring to a different concert, or the timeline will be explained in the film. And I'm also assuming this film takes place in present day, so I could be mistaken there too. Now, it appears that these shots are from modern day. As we can see, it's the older Bill and Ted, so I would guess that this concert happens later in the movie, possibly even near the end of the film. This guy here, wearing the police vest, actually looks like it could be Hal Landon Jr. reprising his role as Ted's dad, which would be pretty funny given that it looks like he's playing in the band. We get a few more shots and dialogue from the council. Quote, "1 month ago, you played in Barstow, California for 40 people, most of whom were there for $2 taco night." Cut to the future council, where Bill and Ted appear to be standing on trial, and in classic Bill and Ted form, they respond, "Be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes." What I want to know is what happened to this guy? Did he retire from the council, or was his term up? Granted, Clarence Clemens, who played the role, has since passed away, but still. There's a few more shots, while some more expository dialogue from the council implies that reality itself is in jeopardy. One of the shots shows a couple of people transporting into this freeway from out of nowhere, and I'm guessing it's from the past as one of them looks like a knight. We finally get our first shots of the famous phone booth time machine as Bill and Ted start scheming to travel to the future to steal their own song, which we all know is going to be a disaster. We see a shot of Bill and Ted at what appears to be a wedding, presumably their daughter's wedding, followed by a shot of their daughters. Yes, that's right, their daughters. I was a little confused at first because if you recall at the end of Bogus Journey, Bill and Ted show up with their sons.
This is little Ted. This is little Bill.
Now, one of the writers actually commented about this on Twitter and explained that this was in fact a creative decision they made. And one of the points he made about this that I found interesting was the fact that the babies portraying Bill and Ted's sons in Bogus Journey were in fact girls in real life. So there you have it. We get a few more shots of the phone booth traveling through the circuits of time, while Bill and Ted decide that taking the song from themselves isn't really stealing. Another shot of the phone booth landing outside of what looks like a prison. We see a couple of shots of Bill and Ted reuniting with Death, once again played by William Sadler, which I'm super stoked about. And it looks like they're visiting him in hell, so I'm wondering if Bill and Ted die again at some point in this film. Lastly, a few shots of Bill and Ted in a prison, presumably visiting their future selves, all super buff and tatted up. "How'd you like our song?" It's a little on the dark side, but that's cool." So there it is, Bill and Ted Face the Music. I gotta say, I really dig that title. I think it's very appropriate given the story. And of course, Face the Music has several different meanings. You could take it literally, as in them having to face the music, as in owning up to having to face writing the song that they're supposed to use to unite the world. And then, of course, it's also got kind of a metaphorical meaning, as in, facing the music, as in facing consequences, possibly facing death, that sort of thing. So, very appropriate title. I dig it. One thing I'm very curious about is the character of Rufus. As we all know, George Carlin passed away, I think, in 2008. Rest in peace, George Carlin. And so I'm curious what they're going to do, how they're going to deal with that character. Are they going to write it into the story why he's absent? Or are they going to try to pull some Star Wars shenanigans and CGI him in, or use some sort of archived footage? I don't know. But hopefully they don't do anything with CGI. I think that would be absolutely terrible. But yeah, I'm very curious about what they're going to do with the Rufus character. And I have read some claims that there's going to be some sort of tribute to George Carlin and his character in this film. So that should be pretty interesting too. So I don't think they're just going to omit him from the story and not ever mention Rufus again, but I'm really curious what they're going to do with his character. As the trailer states, this is supposed to be released over the summer. In fact, I think the release date as of right now is August 21st. So, with COVID and theaters and everything slowly opening up again, it'll be interesting to see if that release date does in fact stick or if the movie gets pushed even further. I'm also curious if that's a theatrical release only or if they're going to do some sort of video on demand thing where you can stream it for a price. Either way, we should know pretty quickly because August 21st is just around the corner. So, what do you guys think? I'm personally super stoked about this movie. I've been tracking it since it was basically a rumor. So, I'm very excited for it. I can't wait to see this movie. I think the premise is very clever. The script and the story sound like a lot of fun. The effects and everything that we've seen so far in this trailer look, fantastic. So, I can't wait to see this. But what are your guys' thoughts and opinions? Post some comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.